On today's episode, we talk to Sue Kauffman, owner of Sue Kauffman and Company, who provides vacant and occupied staging services to southern Pennsylvania. Listen in as we share about how they help sellers prepare for market and what to do when people call her for a cheap stager. Get your coffee and listen in. This is the Stager Boss podcast from StagerBoss.com with the founder of HSRA, Jana Uselton. The Home Staging and Redesign Association is a group of like-minded professionals dedicated to revolutionizing the real estate industry by making a difference in the lives and businesses of home stagers and redesigners everywhere. Join us as we talk to the best of the best in this industry from all over the world and hear how they are using their training and experience to make a difference in the clients they serve. If you are a real estate industry expert looking for better ways to market and sell properties, join us for this podcast series. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Stager Boss. We are excited to introduce you to Ms. Sue Kauffman and Company. They are an incredible staging and design company out of South Central, right? Pennsylvania. And we're excited to just dive into their business and let you find out what they're doing and maybe have some good takeaways as well. So without further ado, welcome Ms. Sue.
Well, thank you, Jana. Thank you so much for having me on this. I'm very excited. It's a pleasure to be on this with you, and I thank you.
Well, no problem. And like many of our home staging partners and all of HSRA, our board of advisors, our elite members, our members throughout the country, you play a key role because you are on our elite leadership team and you're a national speaker. While in the midst of building this amazing company. So tell us a little bit about why you got started in the real estate industry, and in particular home staging, and then where your business is today.
Well, thank you. It's been almost 10 years since we've been in business. Excuse me. Almost 10 years since we've been in business. In April, it will be 10. And we have found over this time, we started very, very small out of the garage, like everybody else seems to do. And you start small, and we rented furniture for several years. And as we grew and demand came up, I decided that it was really time for the company to grow into our own inventory and have our own warehouse and things like that. So that's what we're doing right now. I started, it kind of evolved from me being a faux finisher and a decorative painter. And that was kind of going out of style at that time. And for some medical reasons, it's just better that I wasn't climbing ladders anymore and all those kinds of things. So I just thought about this a lot and thought staging might be a really, really good opportunity for me, kind of a natural shift.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So I took my course online and got my certification. And along the way, I found HSRA, and it's just awesome. I love working with HSRA and all the people in Dallas.
Well, we're excited for you as well. We go back many years, and we've seen the transition and the progression of your company grow. And what services do you guys offer? What area? I love Pennsylvania. I don't know it as well, but tell us a little bit. Tell the audience, maybe they're national or maybe they're right in your backyard. So what services and area do you guys serve?
Well, we serve South Central PA. Basically, we're in the 717 area code.
Okay.
Because that encounters about 6 or 7 different counties. So we're not as metro as a lot of areas. So we have smaller communities, and our bigger communities of Lancaster and Harrisburg and York still don't compare to a Dallas. So we go in a broader perspective along that line. So we go into all the different counties. If it gets outside of an hour, we have to kind of charge a little bit more for our services because of the travel that's involved with the trucks.
Sure.
We are like, we excel, I think, in the vacant stagings. We love our vacant stagings. But now as we're growing, we're finding that one of the most important things for us to do is to really start to cultivate the occupieds as well, because the occupieds don't have the overhead. And so that's good money for just coming in and helping to keep the vacant staging business more lucrative. And so we do that. One of the services that we offer that we have a great time with in the vacant staging is what we call our 2-hour photo prep. And that's very, very popular with people. We send 2 stagers in our company into a home for 2 hours and work on the main rooms of the house, the heart of the home, and use what they have. And we are constantly amazed at the differences in the homes from when we walk in the door at the beginning, often sight unseen. Mm-hmm. And just do our magic. It is so exciting. And then the homeowners come in and they give us this, this reveal. We do this reveal type of thing, and it's really fun.
Yes. Yeah, that is an amazing service. And we know that most of the homes on the market are occupied. And so for us to get in as home staging companies and be able to work with their things and give them a new outlook, a new, area of the property that's really going to showcase the home itself, I think that's huge. It's definitely art and science to what we do. And that's huge. So you talk about your team. Tell me a little bit about your team.
Well, we have a team of stagers and a marketing person at this particular point. So it's really busy. It's kind of a new team, relatively new team that's come on board. So we're doing a lot of the learning. One of the things that I find very interesting now is learning to be a manager of a company rather than a worker in the company. And so we're learning all of these different ways of getting along and learning from each other. And it's very exciting and challenging every day. And good friends have been established in this organization as well. So, but it is challenging because we do have a brand. And so when we are training stagers to come and work with us, we want to continue our brand that everyone is used to. So that's one of the challenges of having a team. But it's going very, very well. Our lead stager just goes out, and she has the kind of a personality that is very effervescent. And when she is out, and she can relate very well to all kinds of homeowners, and no matter what their situation is, whether they're going through a divorce or a parent has died, or just whatever they're relating to, Janie is so very good at relating to them. And we have and then Julie works for us as well, and she is great on all of our technology, which is super. I can just turn some things over to her, which is really, really important. And Matthew is working on, he does a little bit of everything for our company. We use him in all kinds of different roles. We also have one employee who takes the months of January through April off to go skiing in Colorado. So
wow. That's great. That's great. I know I've met your teammates, namely that have come and also been part of the learning process, right? So it's a huge whenever they can come, they can get into kind of the behind the scenes of what we do. Of course, most of our staging companies are teammates that are around our offices, that are out in the field doing what they do best. It's good for them to understand all aspects of, from initiation, meeting a client, a potential client, transitioning that into the opportunity of helping them out, and then on into now service is rendered, install days, making sure that everything goes smoothly. So what is a goal of the client experience? What do you want that client experience to be whenever people are working with your company?
Well, a little bit like it goes like what I said about Janie. She is so very good and effervescent and things like that when she goes and speaks with the clients. So I want that relationship to always be positive. We just want to take the pain points away for our clients. Yeah. Get them to where they don't have to worry so much about the little things in life, or the little parts of getting their house sold. We want to make that transition easy for them. So we kind of go out of our way to help them understand the priority lists that have to be done, what's more important than what something else is. We help them pick out their colors. And so our team just goes out and works with them and makes their whole service better. And we work very closely with the realtors as well, because we're really on their side.
Yes.
You know, a lot of realtors, I think, sometimes at the initial, they're a little bit afraid that maybe a stager could rock their boat a little bit by giving advice that they're not used to giving. But what we have found is the more that we develop our relationships with the realtors, the more that they grow to depend upon us to do the dirty work for them.
So you guys can almost be a 911 call. I'm sure you are, for some of those agents out there that they get the home, that's the challenging property, and they don't feel confident or comfortable giving that information because they don't want to offend. So you guys understanding the situation that goes behind it, the why behind the what, and now it makes it easier for you guys to come in and say, all right, we're not emotionally attached to this property. Let's go ahead and do this, this, and this, because it is a product to sell. So I assume that you guys are working with some of those key agents in your area. And what would that ideal agent look like if you were to partner with them?
Our ideal agent is someone who just has complete trust in us.
That's good.
And has complete trust. We work with some builders too that are the same thing. They just say, you know, go in and do what you need to do. We trust you. So they are the clients and the realtors who really make a big difference in the homes itself. I mean, once we have the ability to do what we feel is professionally the best thing to be done, that just makes everyone's job so much easier. So our perfect realtor is someone who understands the fact that every home can use a consultation, not just the higher priced or the middle price, but every home needs a consultation. And once that's established, you can grow the relationship from there. But just the simple things inside of a home, taking down window curtains, opening up and bringing in that light, changing out a cabinet, painting the cabinets, or simple things like taking a rug and flipping it over so that it's not so loud. And things along that line. People don't think of that. A lot of realtors don't think about that. And so we help them out along, that way. Yeah.
So true. And it's great that, when we think about agents and top agents, they understand the value of their time. Like you just mentioned, to be now a business owner and having to work on the business, you understand that your time value of money is much more productive there. So when you're working with top agents that understand their time value, it's not the stagents, the ones that, oh, now I'm your agent and now I'm going to go stage your home. Plus, where's the insurance in that, right? It's our fiduciary responsibility to make sure that we are teaming. And I can say this because I'm now an agent. I've gone through all the training. And so it's the fiduciary responsibility to make sure, I'm not now your tax person and your attorney. And it's about advising on the right key people. So are you guys the cheapest in the area? And
not by a long shot.
Okay. Well, how do you handle those conversations when someone is shopping and maybe they're calling saying, hey, I'm getting quotes, what can you do? And they really don't understand the process and the final product.
Well, actually, we used to be more expensive than what we are right now. I think with a lot of the younger stagers who are deciding that they wanted to get into this very, very fun occupation, and they're putting their sign out saying I'm a stager. And they don't have a lot of training to know what pricing you can do. So in order to combat that, we have come down a couple of $100 here and there in some of our pricing because we've needed to do that. But we're still considered one of the more expensive stagers in our area. And it's okay because we give a product that is also worthy of the amount of money. Every penny that they pay is worth it. And I think over time, people have really grown to understand and appreciate that. We do work with investors in special ways. in order to maintain them, because they're looking at it from a little bit different aspect than some of the other from home sellers, for instance. And so we work with them on some special pricing if they're a longevity investor with us.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, that works out well. But for people who call that are just price shopping, we're just not there. We're just not their stager.
Yeah, that's so true. I think that
people out there.
As a believer in experts work with other experts, I believe in that time value of money, and do it right, do it once. You know, we just had a call last week to restage a property that a stager, they went with them because they were the cheapest, and unfortunately they were using dining chairs for the accent chairs in the living room and for the sitting area in the master, like small, tiny. And so, you know, the product just wasn't there. The price might have been appropriate that they thought was going to get the job done. But we know those companies like yours, like mine, that have, you know, been in the business numerous years, we understand what our costs are and what our minimal profit is and what we can do. And hopefully we can do enough volume to sustain. But it's about making those right, I believe, relationships. So, you know, if the ideal agent that you guys are partnering with and the ideal builder and the ideal investor understands the product, right? That we are packaging a product, that we are merchandising a home, and really we want our things to disappear to showcase the property. So how do you explain staging whenever the call comes? Maybe they know, they think we're just, you know, schluffing in a bunch of furniture. I mean, how do you say this is truly what home staging is?
That's a very good question. In the case of some realtors, if we take them to the warehouse, sometimes they really get a full impact of what it is that we actually go through, because then they have to actually see, oh yeah, things don't just fall down off of the rack and land in the truck. And there's a process to all this. A lot of people, just because they don't think it through and they don't understand it, but once it's all shown to them. But when a caller comes in and asks for things, education is so very important. They just need to know that there is a big difference, that is a big difference. We're a company and we're a business. We're not a hobby.
Right.
And so explaining that sometimes to people makes them understand. Plus, I think that our company has been very fortunate in being awarded quite a few different national awards. And so having that in our back pocket also is a nice thing to share with them, because they know then that we actually know what we're doing.
Right.
There's more validity to what we're doing than what someone else may be doing. So a lot of it is just education of what is it that you're looking for. Well, if they only want, 2-room stage, well, why are you only choosing 2 rooms? Because the emotional connection goes further in your house. So let's rethink this whole thing. So that's a lot of education is huge.
Yeah, I truly believe, and you are a believer in education yourself. You travel to our conferences, you travel nationally, you are a national speaker with us. So you're not only learning, a continuous learner, but you're also giving back. And I think that that's huge. We get to see you several times this year, and we're super excited about that. You have won awards with HSRA, the Home Staging and Redesign Association, and several other associations. It's amazing to be able to, be rewarded for such great work. And I know that you are one of our top key stagers within the country. So I just want to say thank you for serving your industry, serving your community with what is in your hand and what's in your heart to be able to make that difference in each client's life. And, how can people, maybe they are in your area, how can they get in touch with you guys?
Oh, well, they can go to our website, www.suekauffman.com. We're on Facebook. We're on all the different social media aspects of different places. So you can easily go to Facebook, and we have a lot on there. We're getting better at Instagram. We're going to be on Pinterest. So anyway, LinkedIn, all of those. We always have the phone. and that is 717-471-6519.
Right.
So texting is a great way to get in touch with us, because when we're busy on a staging job, we're not always in the position where we can answer the phone. So if someone texts me, that little beep goes off and I can look at it very quickly and get back to someone quickly. So
Yeah.
it's 717-471-6519.
Great. Well, thank you, Miss Sue. It's been a pleasure connecting with you, and I look forward to seeing you. And congratulations to such a success that this business that you've built, and just continue on. I know 2019 and the years to come are going to be phenomenal for you. So congratulations. We look forward to seeing you soon.